Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share a moving story about forgiveness, faith, and the power of God's love. Long ago, in a quiet village nestled amidst rolling hills and fields, there lived two brothers, David and Paul. They shared a deep bond of brotherhood. Raised in a family that placed their trust in God, their home was filled with love, laughter, and the warmth of faith. David was known for his kindness and gentle spirit, while Paul, with his strong will and determination, was respected by all who knew him. Together, they faced life's challenges, finding strength in their unity and unwavering belief in God's guidance. One day, however, a misunderstanding arose between them that threatened to shatter the close relationship they had always shared. Each brother held strongly to his beliefs, and the rift between them seemed to widen with each passing day. But what exactly was the source of this growing divide? What event had caused such a strong disagreement between these once inseparable brothers? To understand the depth of their conflict, we need to delve into the heart of their dispute. Paul firmly believed that David had taken something precious from their family, something that held great sentimental value. Unable to comprehend why his brother would do such a thing, Paul felt a surge of anger and betrayal. On the other hand, David felt unjustly judged and misunderstood. He had never intended to cause pain or discord within their family. Yet Paul's accusations echoed in his ears, causing him great anguish. The pain of separation intensified when Paul, consumed by anger, decided to speak out, not only to David, but to the entire village. He gathered the townspeople, his voice booming with emotion as he proclaimed, "David has betrayed our family. He has taken something that rightfully belongs to us, and I demand justice." As Paul spoke, the crowd listened intently, their faces etched with concern and confusion. The words hung heavy in the air, casting a shadow of doubt over David's character. The community, deeply affected by Paul's emotional plea, rallied around him, offering their support and sympathy. The unity they had once shared began to crumble, replaced by whispers and suspicion. Their family, their neighbors, even their friends, all became witnesses to this growing divide. No one could have imagined that a single moment of anger could create such a deep and lasting wound. In the midst of this turmoil, David's faith in God remained steadfast. Despite the pain and loneliness that surrounded him, he clung tightly to his beliefs, seeking solace in prayer and the scriptures. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the brothers' hearts grew heavy with unspoken words and unresolved pain. Paul's anger turned into resentment, twisting his thoughts and consuming his days. He couldn't understand why David hadn't come to him to clear the misunderstanding. On the other hand, David, filled with sadness, continued to pray for guidance and understanding. He couldn't bear the thought of losing his brother and hurting their family. In his moments of quiet, he whispered his worries to God, asking for a way to heal the broken bond they once shared. Yet in the depths of their despair, a glimmer of hope began to emerge. It came in the form of a wise traveler, who had journeyed far and wide, seeking to spread messages of faith, love, and forgiveness. This traveler, with his calm demeanor and gentle words, carried with him the wisdom of ages, a wisdom born from years of experience and deep contemplation. His name was forgotten, but his words would echo through the ages, touching the hearts of those he met and leaving an indelible mark on their souls. As fate would have it, the traveler's path led him to the very village where David and Paul lived. Unaware that he was about to play a pivotal role in the lives of these two brothers, one evening, as the sun began its slow descent, casting long shadows across the land, the traveler decided to rest by the river near the village. It was here, in this tranquil setting, that he encountered Paul, who sat by the water's edge, his face buried in his hands, lost in his own turmoil. The traveler, with his keen sense of observation and compassion, noticed the sadness emanating from the man and decided to approach him. "Can I help you, my friend?" he asked softly, his voice carrying a soothing tone that seemed to penetrate Paul's heavy heart. Startled by the sudden presence, Paul looked up, his eyes revealing the depths of his sorrow. With a sigh, he began to pour out his heart, sharing the pain and anger he had been holding onto for so long. The traveler listened patiently, offering words of comfort and understanding as Paul unburdened himself. When Paul finished his tale, the traveler remained silent for a moment, allowing the weight of the story to sink in. "You carry a heavy burden, my son," he finally spoke, his voice echoing the understanding in his eyes. "But remember, anger and resentment can consume you if you let them." Paul looked up, searching for guidance in the traveler's words. Sensing Paul's desperation for help, the traveler continued, sharing stories of individuals who had overcome similar struggles and found solace in forgiveness and understanding. His words painted pictures of reconciliation, reminding Paul of the power of compassion and empathy. The travelers' tales served as a guiding light for Paul, offering him a glimpse of the healing that awaited him on the path of forgiveness. After a long and thoughtful pause, Paul finally spoke, his voice trembling slightly as he shared his desire to mend the broken bond with his brother. However, fear still lingered in his heart, holding him back from taking the first step towards reconciliation. The traveler, understanding the complexity of Paul's emotions, offered words of encouragement and support. "Forgiveness is a journey," he said, "and the first step is often the hardest. But know this, my son, that in seeking forgiveness, you will find not only peace for yourself, but also an opportunity to strengthen your bond with your brother." Inspired by the traveler's words and his own longing for peace, Paul rose from his seat, a newfound determination in his eyes. He thanked the traveler for his guidance and promised to take the necessary steps to heal the rift between him and David. As the first rays of dawn touched the horizon, painting the sky with hues of hope and new beginnings, Paul set out on his journey to find David. The path ahead was uncertain, but Paul's resolve was firm. He carried with him the words of wisdom from the traveler, knowing that they would serve as his compass along the way. Meanwhile, David, unaware of Paul's impending arrival, was tending to his fields, his movements gentle and graceful as he worked. The tranquility of the morning was broken only by the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds, creating a serene atmosphere that mirrored the peace within David's soul. Suddenly, a familiar figure emerged from the trees, and David turned to see Paul approaching him, his steps hesitant yet determined. The sight of his brother sent a wave of emotions through David, and he felt his heart skip a beat. "David," Paul began, his voice shaking slightly, "we need to talk. I know I've been wrong." David, surprised by Paul's uncharacteristic words, looked up, his eyes filled with a mixture of curiosity and disbelief. Could this be the moment he had been praying for, the moment when the rift between them would finally begin to heal? When Paul confessed his wrongdoings and expressed his desire to reconcile, David felt a surge of emotion welling up inside him. But in that moment of revelation, David remembered the teachings he had held dear since childhood. His faith had taught him to be kind, compassionate, and to forgive, just as God had forgiven him countless times. Drawing upon the strength of his beliefs, David took a deep breath, his voice soft, yet firm as he replied, "With God's love, I forgive you, Paul." The words hung in the air, carrying with them the weight of their shared history and the promise of a new beginning. As they embraced, a profound sense of relief washed over them, as if a heavy burden had been lifted from their shoulders. The years of anger, resentment, and misunderstanding seemed to fade away, replaced by the warmth of forgiveness and the hope of reconciliation. From that day forward, David and Paul's relationship underwent a remarkable transformation. They rebuilt their bond, weaving in the threads of forgiveness and understanding. Their story became a beacon of hope for the villagers, showcasing the transformative power of faith and the strength that comes from letting go of grudges. Together they faced whatever life threw their way, finding solace in their renewed connection and the knowledge that they had chosen love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness. And so the tale of David and Paul serves as a timeless reminder that no matter how deep the wounds of anger and resentment may be, the healing touch of forgiveness can mend broken relationships and bring people together in unity and love. It is a testament to the enduring power of faith and the unwavering hope that can guide us through life's challenges. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories of faith, love, and hope. May God bless you all.